We have an area of 30.22 centimeters squared. Our goal is to find the circumference. If you recall, area is equal to pi r squared, and circumference, which our goal is equal to, I'll even write it in here, that's fine, 2 pi r. So if I write these two equations down, we're given the area. That means we're going to plug the area into there. It's okay, buddy. And then what we notice between these two formulas, they both share a radius. So the goal here is to isolate the radius. And then plug it into here to find out what is the circumference, because that's the goal of number 5. So if we look right over here, we write 30.2 centimeters squared equals pi times r squared, because that's what pi r squared means. If we're doing our inverse operations, we're going to divide both sides by pi. And just for convenience sake, I'm going to rewrite it so you can see my steps. Divide by pi, cancels. And typically, we can leave our answer like this, but since our scientific calculators can do all this in one step, I'm going to show you a little shortcut that you can write on the scientific calculator. That'll give you the answer after you isolate it. So we're not going to divide it just yet, because that's going to be about 10 different numbers we're going to have to write, which is a bit much, I think, in my opinion. So we're left with 30.2 centimeters squared equals r squared divided by pi. So we haven't done anything here. We're just leaving it as a fraction. So we isolated it. So the next thing we're going to do, which I'm going to rewrite it one more time, just so you can see the steps. I'm going to do the inverse of a square, which is a square root. But let's rewrite the problem so we can have a clear distinction of all the steps needed. So that cancels. Okay, so all you have to do in your calculator to get this answer for the scientific calculator is this what you got. You'll get your radius exactly without having to write all those extra numbers down. So we do the square root, then you just write 30.2 and you divide it by 3.14159, and you get 3.1, and it doesn't round, so our radius is just 3.1 centimeters. So we got the radius, the goal. So now all we're going to do is plug this into here. Just one second, let me just double check that I did it right, because it doesn't hurt to double check. So we have 32. Okay, looks like it is done right, because it's always good to double check. So then let's plug it into here. So we get C is equal to, because this is our goal right here, that's our goal. C is equal to 2 times pi times 3.1 centimeters. So from here, we're just going to multiply these all across. And with your scientific calculator, you don't have to do anything more. This is the work I expect. So since we are using 3.14159, which it does state in the instructions for your study guide, you have 2 times 3.14159 times 3.1. And look at that, you get 19.47. So let's write that down. C is equal to 19.47 centimeters. So if you want to take another glimpse of that. So remember, we're going every answer here on this test / study guide to the nearest 10th. This is our 10th place. And with our roundup rules, 0 to 4 is the same. And then we have 5 to 9, which rounds up. So right here we get C is equal to 19.5 centimeters because the 7 fell within here, so we rounded up the next number. All right. So that's our answer, what it was expecting. And right here, again, that's our answer. C is equal to 19.5 centimeters squared.